It is my immense pleasure to introduce our esteemed guest speaker, Dr. Bhavani H. Dr. Bhavani H is a noted academician, quality consultant, editor, and author. She is currently serving as Associate Professor in Vivekananda Degree College, Rajajinagar, Bengaluru. She holds multiple postgraduate degrees in Commerce and Management, that is MCOM, MBA, PG Diploma in Management, and PG Diploma in Marketing Management, as well as doctorate degree in the area of Supply Chain Management. She has a 35 years of teaching experience to her credit. Professionally, her goal is to contribute to the enhancement of quality standards in higher education at college level, university, state, and national level. Her notable contribution as member of the core committee for curriculum development and revision of BCom and BBA syllabi at the university level are paramount. She was instrumental in designing the curriculum for the BCom Logistics and Supply Chain Management program of Bengaluru City University. She has also served in various capacities as chairperson and member of Board of Examiners, Board of Studies, and Faculty of Commerce of Bengaluru University and Bengaluru City University and few other colleges. She has been invited to various national and international conferences and seminars as keynote speaker, technical session chair, and co-chair. She has been the recipient of Best Paper Awards for research papers presented at various national and international conferences and seminars. She has published many research papers too. She has rendered consultation services to a few reputed institutions on NAC and NBA accreditation procedures and preparation. She is an active member of various higher education, is under process for the final report preparation and all those. So the first initiative by your institution is very welcome. So I'm deeply thankful to Ms. Hemlata.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much
for inviting me for this orientation program as a resource person.
It was reference and guidance from Bhaskar sir, ma'am.
So I should thank Bhaskar sir also.
Yes, ma'am.
For this initiative. Yes, thank you. And also Dr. Bhargavi, the in-charge principal for now.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
And Balaji, of course, I must mention, he has been following up for a long time with me. I have been postponing this session.
He has a very important and personal problem arised. So
okay.
Took a permission and he is not there for this purpose, ma'am.
Yeah.
He was the first person to be in the session.
Yes. So thank you to Ms. Hemlata for inviting me.
Yes, ma'am.
And I thank the students also for showing so much of interest in knowing about this internship. Yeah. So shall we proceed with the presentation? How about it?
Yes, Chetan.
Yeah. So this is basically a compulsory internship course which is introduced for 6 semester undergraduate programs, all streams. But today's presentation, we are focusing mainly on BCom and BBA. So I'll be sharing with you the general guidelines for this, how to go about internship. Is somebody operating the slides?
Yes, ma'am. Operating, ma'am.
Yeah. So the very purpose of conducting this internship is for students to get hands-on exposure and experience that aligns with their academic pursuits as well as career aspirations. So students must be having an idea of what career options they want to go ahead with, or what kind of skills they want to develop, or career exploration that they want to do. So this will be a primary platform for them to understand where they are headed or which direction they would like to pursue in the future as a full-fledged career. So that is the basic purpose with which it has been introduced as a compulsory part of the curriculum in the 6th semester for the students. So that is one very great plus in the NEP scheme, we must say. And also it gives them an opportunity to apply their theoretical knowledge that they have learned in the classroom into the practical applications in the real world scenarios. So this is basically why internship has been introduced. And another main purpose is to bridge the gap, because in the classroom what students learn is from the examination point of view, and sometimes there ends the matter. So they are not able to apply this into the real world when they actually take on different types of jobs in their respective fields.
So this help them to bridge the gap between what they have learned and to the skills that they are going to learn in the job that they are going to take up. So that is basically the very purpose of this internship. Yeah.
No.
So we'll move ahead to the next slide. Chetan, next slide.
ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ನಾನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್, ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸ್ಲೋ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಇದೆ.
ಹೌದಾ?
ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಈಗ ಒಂದೇ ನಿಮಿಷ.
ಬರೋವರೆಗೂ ಕಾಯಿಲ್ಲ, ನಾನ್ ಪಾಡಿಗೆ ಮುಂದುವರಿಲ್ಲ.
ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
Okay, all right. So some of the basic aims or objectives of conducting is, as I told you already, to integrate classroom exposure, classroom knowledge with actual job environment, and also to get work, hands-on experience at work, whether it is part-time or full-time. And students also get exposure to the emerging technologies that are actually being used in companies and offices. Yeah, sometimes students may want to go for entrepreneurial ventures, so this internship may also give them a clarity on whether they want to pursue a job as a career or they want to become entrepreneurs. Yeah, and during the internship, it helps them to be adaptable in the environment, also maybe work as a team member. So it develops their team building and also decision making capabilities. And more so, they get these professional competencies that they can develop when they are undergoing this internship program. Yeah, and the domain knowledge that they have gained in the classroom will further be strengthened or sharpened along with some competencies that they can develop. Finally, to become employable students fit for the job. Yeah, go on, proceed.
Chetan, next. Next slide ಬಂದಿದೆ ma'am.
Okay, so basically we focus on internship for two categories of internships. One, the student undergoes this internship to become employable in the industry. Second part of the internship is to develop research aptitude. As you know, this our BCom under NEP scheme is a 4-year program actually. So after sixth semester, they can go ahead with the 7th and 8th semester. So 2 more years of PG they can go for, or 1 more year, 4-year honor program. So 1 more year where they can hone their research skills. So internship will depend on what type of internship they take up, will depend on whether they want to complete their BCom after 3 years or whether they want to go ahead with BCom honors. I heard that some of the students in Seshadipur College were interested in taking a BCom honors. Have you started? Is it there now running?
No, not yet ma'am, not yet.
Okay, fine. So which means for this year maybe it's not there. So in case they want to take up this BCom honors program, then the internship, it's better to do based on a research based internship. I will later tell you how exactly they have to go ahead with the report if it is research oriented. Otherwise, most of the colleges, 99% students go for internship program just to enhance their employability skills.
Okay.
So that is it. So coming to the first category, internship for employability, now I'm going to give you the general guidelines exactly. So first one is, which organization should they pursue for internship? Where can they go and do their internship? This was one of also the questions asked by the students. So the first initiative can come from the institution itself. I'm still not finding the slide there, but I'm just going there. So principal or head of the department can take charge to find organizations where students can students can join as interns. Alternately, this becomes difficult because when the HOD is working in the college doing various things, they cannot go hunting for organizations, in which case the student himself or herself can choose any organization where they can work as interns. Okay, so any domain they can take up in the field of commerce and management, whatever type of organization it might be. It could be a tiny organization, small scale, medium, large entities. And the categories I have mentioned here, it could be a government department, It could be banks, any type of banks, insurance companies. It could be investment companies. It could be a manufacturing organization of any type, MSMEs, micro, small, and medium enterprises. It could be an NGO or self-help groups or any form of social institution. It can be performing arts, but some of these are being mentioned because this internship is common to BA, BCom, and BSc. So therefore, some of the organizations they have mentioned is specifically related to arts and so science. Therefore, those things we can ignore. If students are interested in doing even that, they can do it, being commerce students. So they can do internship in magazines, newspapers, whatever the role they are going to take up, or in the entertainment industry. So many of them might be YouTubers already, influencers. So RGs and VGs. So even internship can be done on that basis. Or I heard that many students are going for event management. So taking up an event management organization also they can conduct internship. If they are interested in sports, they can get into any sports organization and do a study on anything, challenges of sports person or facilities by the government, any such thing. Or alternative, no other go, the students can work in their own institution. For example, Seshadripuram College can give them some kind of a internship for a month.
Yes,
it can be made into an earn while you learn also, payment basis or free.
yes,
Because many times students get involved in so many different activities of the college. So that itself can be taken as a full-time, internship, and a report can be prepared on that.
okay, ma'am.
So it could be research-based. If they want to do, then they can go for research organizations.
Hmm.
Yeah. So the national laboratories, research, all these can be usually for science students. This is more applicable. Okay, so these are the types of organization where they can do. Now the question is, okay, this is a generalized mention of what kind of an organization. But if we go to specifics, sometimes they get an office, a one-man office, a chartered accountant. They want to work under a chartered accountant. Then can they become an intern over there? That is one of the questions usually students raise. It is possible. One-man offices are usually avoided. But if it is an office having 4 or 5 chartered accountants who are working already, this is a full-fledged office, then if the student is taken as an intern, yes, they can do it. Because that gives them more exposure as a commerce student. So basically, these are the general categorizations, but students can go for any type of organization. Only thing is, ultimately, they have to ensure in the 30 days, whatever they are learning, whether they have enhanced their skill sets, whether they are able to understand the organization, what exactly works in the organization, what are the different functions, departments, and products, or whatever services, and make a detailed presentation of the same. That is what is ultimately required. So the students will be divided into groups of 50, I suppose, who will be designated to a particular teacher as supervisor or mentor. Usually it's a faculty member only of the respective department. If it is BCom, commerce department. If it is a BBA, it is a management department. So the concerned teachers will be given a set of students, usually 50, and they will provide the guidance and support throughout the semester. So we are allotted 2 hours in a week, right, for internship itself.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
So the classroom scenario also, they can give whatever the guidance. Many times the question is raised, what exactly the teacher will do for 2 hours a week? That's quite a good question.
Yes, ma'am.
Then it starts when you divide the whole class into 50, let's say there are 100 students, you divide them into 2 groups, then you get 2 groups. So 2 hours a week for one group, 2 hours a week for another group. So basic guideline on how to go about internship. Maybe the first week you can focus on different types of, identify different types of organizations, whatever be the size. Because here it is very generalized. But you as teachers can identify smaller offices, smaller companies also. Because here the question is time as a constraint and the distance as another constraint. Because if the holidays they get about 1 month now. After that, when classes start, they may not have enough time. So though the college ends at 12 o'clock, it will be a part-time internship. So for how long? That is a big question. Is it not? So based on that, you can adjust during class hours how exactly you can go about guiding them. And sometimes once a particular time period is done, you may have to give them guidance even off class hours.
Yes, ma'am.
But then the record of that should be maintained in your attendance register. Okay, because it's a part of the curriculum. So you need to keep record of the students who are attending the guidance, the hours where you are guiding them.
Okay.
Coming to the second category of research internship, I'm sure most of the students may not take it up because then it will become a full-fledged research study where the presentation would be totally different. So how exactly they are going to go about the research, any specific topic, any research problem they have identified, then do a literature review for the same, then collect the data, and then analyze the data, and finally draw inferences from the data and then prepare the report. It is a tedious procedure. I don't think students will go for a research-based internship report. So let us not focus so much on that. Yeah.
So the research internship is not applicable, ma'am, for this academic internship?
No, it is applicable. I told you, research internship, if some student is interested in going for BCom honors, that is the 7th and 8th sem.
For them it is.
For them, this would be useful if they go for research-based internship.
So for right now,
I think our academic internship where you just prepare a small project report of 30 to 50 pages, that should be enough.
Okay, and they have to work in some of the organizations which you have mentioned over there.
Yes. For academic internship, they have to work in the organization.
Okay, ma'am.
Whereas for research, they don't need to work in an organization. They can just choose, like how we teachers do, select a topic and do data collection and analysis. That is the kind of project report they have to go on.
For the next honors, if it is.
For honors, yes.
Okay, yes.
As of now, it is only academic internship, so they have to work for 30 days, minimum 30 days or 90 hours. Those slides will come further.
Yes, ma'am.
They have to do it. Okay. So coming to the internship duration next. Okay. So this internship is basically for UG programs of BCom, BBA, BCA, BSc, BA, everybody across the streams. This is there in the curriculum. And the course title is internship. Duration of the internship would be minimum 4 weeks, which means 1 month. But some of the companies might take the students, continuously. So in which case they can extend, but we want a minimum of 4 weeks report to be presented in the internship report. So it could be 4 weeks or 90 hours.
Okay, ma'am.
Either on full-time basis during vacation or on part-time basis during the academic sessions. That is during college hours. During the semester.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. And the duration of the end semester exam, they don't have an exam as such, but they have a practical evaluation of the report and Viva OC at the institutional level. In fact, last year, all the colleges conducted at the institution level, having external examiners from nearby colleges that have been arranged. But this year, we are planning to have it, the Viva to be conducted by a panel of examiners of PCU. So we'll be preparing a panel of examiners. So some of the senior faculty, maybe with more than 15 years experience, will be, a list of them will be made at the university level, and they will go from college to college to conduct the Viva. This is the plan by the university this year. We should see how it goes. We'll get to know only towards the end of the semester. Anyways, 90% this is how it is going to be.
Okay.
So let the students not take the internship report very lightly.
Okay.
Last year it was taken very lightly and marks were given, very lavishly. So this time when the panel come for in the Viva OC examination, so the chances are that a lot of questions will be asked and then they might lose marks. So tell them to take the report seriously.
Okay, ma'am.
It will be based on real-time experience and what they have done.
So externals will be from the university. They are
University means from various colleges of BCU.
That's what, appointed from university.
Yes. A panel of examiners will be sent to different colleges.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Yeah. So we won't have a choice as to who will come to our college.
Okay, ma'am.
That is the thing. And the date,
When should the report be submitted, ma'am?
That's exactly coming next. The date of submission. Last date for submission of internship report is 45 days before the end of the semester. So just yesterday they have released the calendar, right?
Yes.
So for students, they put 30th May as the last working day. Classes will get over on 30th May 2025.
Yes.
So which means they have to submit an April 15th. By April 15th, all the students should submit their internship report. It can take 5 days this side or that side, not a problem. Because late after that, we have to enter the internal assessment. We have to conduct Viva OC examination. You have to send the details to the university. Then they have to allot examiners to your college. They have to come and conduct the Viva. After that, IA marks will have to be entered. And this is 100 marks, no jokes, no?
Yes, ma'am.
So since the internship consists of 100 marks, scoring that 100 marks makes great difference to the entire mark sheet of the student.
Okay, ma'am. Yes,
So
ma'am.
therefore, and this is divided into 60 and 40. 60 for the project report and 40 for
Viva.
Viva. Okay. So the 40 marks is not in our hands. It is in the hands of the external examiner. So they have to be serious about it. So coming to the evaluation, which is the next slide.
Next slide, Chetan.
Yeah. So evaluation of the internship report has to be submitted along with the activity logbook by the student. This is something that was ignored last year, I believe. So there are two things students has to submit. One is the internship report, and he has to also submit an activity logbook. Okay.
Okay.
But then what happens? Two books might be a waste. So what they can do, the logbook can be attached at the end of the report
Okay, ma'am.
as a separate logbook. What exactly is a logbook is the student has to maintain everyday activity, what he has done in the organization, date-wise and time-wise. For example, if he's starting after the exams, let us say, this is January, right? Somewhere in February, he's starting off his internship, let us say February 1st.
Okay, ma'am.
February 1st, he started off in the organization at, let's say, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. he has worked. So he has to keep a record of these 8 hours. And in those 8 hours, what did he do? That is the record he has to maintain on a daily basis. And supposedly, the everyday activity has to be signed by the supervisor who is supervising the student as the intern.
Okay, supervisor, sign the log.
Yes, logbook every day. Okay. But what our students do, all 30 days they will work and one day they'll go and get it signed by the manager.
Yes, ma'am. Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So better is every day they take the signature of the manager.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
But again, this raises the question, will the manager sign? That will depend on first the application being given to the organization. Now we would like to conduct internship in an organization, kindly permit. There is a format that has to be given by the college
Yes,
to
ma'am.
the student who will submit to the company.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
So ಅದು ಆ ಕಂಪ್ನಿಯವ್ರು ಸೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ agreement ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಂಗೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. So they have to sign. This concerned manager to whom the intern is designated, allocated, he has to sign every day. This is a must this time. Logbook. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ 30 ಪೇಜ್ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಲಾಗ್ಬುಕ್ ಮರ್ತೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಕಷ್ಟ.
ಹೌದು ಹೌದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್.
ಕೆಲವು ಸತಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, 2 ಪೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ day 1 to 30 ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಡೇಟ್ ಹಂಗೆ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ, ಟೈಮ್ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ, one word answer ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. No, at least it has to be a paragraph what they did during the day ಅಲ್ವಾ.
Yes, ma'am.
ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸುಮ್ನೆ ಇವಾಗ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಶಿಪ್ ಸುಮ್ನೆ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಶಿಪ್ ಇಟ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ಅ ವೇಸ್ಟ್.
Okay, ma'am.
ಕೆಲವು ಈ ಅನಾಥಾಶ್ರಮ ಅಥವಾ NGOs ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅವರು ಕೆಲವು ಸತಿ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಬಿಡಲ್ಲ ಕೆಲಸ. ಸೊ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಸುಮ್ನೆ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಮಕ್ಳ ಜೊತೆ ಆಟ ಆಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಹೌ ಮೆನಿ ಅವರ್ಸ್ ದೇ ಡಿಡ್, ವಾಟ್ ಡಿಡ್ ದೇ ಡು, ಸಮ್ ಆರ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಕ್ರಾಫ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಟ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಅದ್ರದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಫೋಟೋಸ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ದಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಬಿ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡೆಡ್ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ದ ಡೇ.
Yes,
ಎಲ್ಲ
ma'am.
ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಆ 2 ಫೋಟೋ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು 30 ಡೇಸ್ಗೂ ಇದನ್ನೇ ಮಾಡ್ದೆ ಅಂತ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾರೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳು. ದಟ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ಅ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್.
Right, ma'am. Yes,
So
ma'am.
every day what they do, let them have 30 pictures for 30 days.
Right, ma'am. Yes.
For what they do.
Yes.
Okay.
Ramya has one question. One student has raised a hand. Can we take the question, ma'am?
Yeah.
Okay, Ramya, you have a question? Ramya Shri has raised the hand. Yes, Ramya. Please proceed.
Yeah, ma'am. So this report, which we do it for the internship, no, ma'am. So will it be useful in our future, like our masters, or if we go in search of any work, will this report be helpful, ma'am?
It depends on how you do it, Ramya, is it?
Yes,
Is it
ma'am.
Ramya? Okay. So it depends on how good and what quality you have done the report on, alva. Suppose you take let us say finance as a subject, and you're analyzing the stock market for 30 days. Okay, you've joined some firm where they are totally into online trading or anything like that. So 30 days, what did you learn? How exactly the share prices fluctuate? So based on that, did you understand anything about the behavior of stock? ಅದನ್ನ ಅನಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೀವೇನಾದ್ರೂ you have drawn some conclusion based on that, you have understood some financial analytics aspect. If you are presenting in the report, definitely such reports will be highly valued if you are going to join financial analytics firm or any such firm. It depends, no, ಕಾಟಾಚಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡೋ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಯಾಟಗರಿ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಸಿನ್ಸಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ, ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ, 30 ದಿವಸ ಏನೋ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ ಅನ್ನೋ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಷ್ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. Whereas if you take the internship very seriously, join the organization, because many of them take you as an intern on a part-time basis, but with the intention to take you on the job soon after you finish the internship or soon after you finish your BCom. So our sincerity nimmalli kandu bandre, they will take you as a permanent employee itself. So the amount of commitment you show, the amount of passion you show while you are an intern, will be seen in the report itself. How much sincere work you have done. So based on that, the usefulness of the it will definitely be an add-on when you take on jobs. Iವಾಗ interview ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ, internship ಈ topical ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, this is what I learned in the 30 days ಅಂತ, if you are able to confidently tell what are the skill sets you have gained and what knowledge you gained in the job, definitely it is a big add-on, and you will be immediately taken on job. You will be selected. So that is the kind of utility, but then it depends on how you do the internship and prepare the report. Definitely it's a useful. Otherwise, we wouldn't have introduced in the curriculum, no?
Ramya, your question is answered?
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So the number of credits for this internship is 3. So again, not to be taken lightly by the student, because it adds to the total academic bank of credit.
Okay, ma'am, sorry to interrupt you. One more student has raised their hands. Can we take the query, ma'am?
Yeah, Hemlata.
Sumana, ma'am.
Sumana, na?
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Ma'am, I've just completed my internship in the month of November and December.
Okay.
I have done it in a CA firm, in an auditing team. I have submitted my day-to-day report to the office also, but they haven't signed in my logbook. Is that okay?
Not okay. You have to get it signed.
Ma'am, but they...
that you have done, Nama.
Ma'am, yes, ma'am, I've submitted my report regarding what I've done to them also, but they've signed it in the certificate they've given me.
No, but then, how many days did you work on it?
1 month. 1 month.
No. So that logbook has to, you're going to prepare the logbook, right? Every day, what did you do?
Yes, ma'am.
So on a daily basis, you have to get it signed by the supervisor, a chartered accountant who guided you. That is necessity.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah?
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, we can proceed with the next.
So the formative assessment marks would be 60 for the internship report and 40 marks for Viva OC examination. So totaling to 100 and a credit of 3.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah? Okay. So the criteria, how exactly when the examiners conduct the Viva OC examination, what exactly they're going to look at, okay, to evaluate your internship report and Viva. First is the report, how seriously and sincerely you have done it, because the very title page will show how correctly the student has done it. Because many times, I am not sure of your college, but in many colleges we have seen the BBA reports and all over the years. So what we see in the title page itself is last year report will be the first page, title page will be copied under the guidance of Hemlata.
Okay.
You being the guide this year, but they would put the name of some previous teacher who was there as the guide last year. Even that would not have changed.
Okay.
So the extent to which students copy can be easily seen by the examiner right from title page. Similarly, they will say in the title, I'm doing like how Hemlata told just now, I did it in a CA firm. But the title, I'm not talking about Hemlata, but generally students who do, they'll write internship report on some NPO ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಶಿಪ್ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಯಾರ್ದು ಕಾಪಿ ಹೊಡೆಯುವಾಗ ಅದನ್ನ ಹಂಗೆ ಕಾಪಿ ಹೊಡಿತಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಇದು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗೋದು ಇಲ್ಲ, ಟೈಟಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ತಪ್ಪಿದೆ, ಕಂಪನಿ ಹೆಸರು ತಪ್ಪಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಗಿವನ್ ಬೈ ಒನ್ ಕಂಪನಿ ಬಟ್ ದ ಟೈಟಲ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ XYZ ಕಂಪನಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಟೈಟಲ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Certificate will be given by PQR company. Like that, So it's very easily teachers, examiners can find out whether it's a cut, copy, paste or what it is another. So ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಕಳ್ತನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಇರೋ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಮಾಡಿ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. But no cut, copy, paste, because the examiner can easily make out when they ask questions whether you have really done it or whether you just copied from a previous internship report.
Right, ma'am.
ಹಾಗಾಗಿ internship report from page 1 to page last, please make sure that the same company name, the same whatever title is highlighted there. Then ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. Then activity logbook is a must. 30 days how you have done it. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ ನಾನು ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಮತ್ತೋಯ್ತು. ಅದು ಎಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಬೇಕು ಕಾಲಮ್ಸ್ ಏನೇನ್ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. Then acquisition of skill sets by the intern. This will come in chapter 4. Okay, what are the skill sets learnt by them? What are the competencies learnt? All that. Question ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಏನ್ ಕಲ್ತೆ ಅಂತ, ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. Then originality and then innovative contribution. ಇವಾಗ when they do work as interns, they'll find a lot of problems, challenges, and the company would not have done anything at all. So the student as an intern can make these suggestions. Whether they take it or leave it is secondary. But I gave this suggestion to the manager. Okay, sometimes the students are more intelligent than the workers over there. So maybe that kind of a contribution also can be given by the student. Whether it has been implemented and they're fantastic, it would be. Even if it is not implemented, the suggestion was given by the student to the manager. Mention ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು okay. And if the any contribution by the student has been recognized by the company and appreciated, one letter of appreciation would be highly add value. So now one format ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ, ಇದು certificate ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. If the student can obtain another additional certification saying a certificate of appreciation for his contribution, innovative contribution for the organization. Six Sigma ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ತಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, so somewhere if the student has contributed to cost reduction or efficiency, reduction of waste, ಇಂಥದೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಆದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಲೆಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಪ್ರಿಸಿಯೇಷನ್ they can from the manager, that would be fantastic. Originality and innovative contribution ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Then significance of research outcome, ಅದರ based ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದು ತಗೋಬಹುದು. ಇಲ್ಲೇನೆ what is the outcome of your internship, what all did you learn, ಆ highlights ಬರುತ್ತೆ.
Okay,
so ಇದರ basis ಮೇಲೆ in viva marks will be allotted. Okay.
Yes.
Then attendance certificate by the concerned manager. He has to say that student has worked for 30 days in this organization. ಅದು ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಟ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ,
ಹೌದು ಮ್ಯಾಮ್,
ಅದು ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ, ಅದು ಮಿಸ್ ಆಗ್ಲೇಬಾರ್ದು. ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಕಡೆ ಒಂದು ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಟ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಕಂಪನಿ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಆ ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಟ್ ಇರ್ಲೇಬೇಕು ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಶಿಪ್ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ.
So from college one certificate, approval, permission,
organization, ಅದು ಎಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಅದನ್ನ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. I'll tell you. Okay. So this is how examiner is going to evaluate the student anta.
Right ma'am, right.
Okay. So additional guidelines ಏನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಇವಾಗ internship ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕೆಲವು ಸತಿ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಕಂಪನಿ ಹುಡುಕಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಕ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂದಾಗ groups can be made. Internship groups will be assigned a dedicated. So groups under 50 students. So one faculty member from the respective department will be the guide, and this guide will provide support and throughout the internship. Already ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ. Student can undertake internship either individually or in groups of 2 or 5.
Okay.
ಇದೊಂದು ಅಡಿಷನಲ್ ಇದೆ, ಇದು ನಮ್ಮ HEC ಗೈಡ್ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಇಂದಾನೆ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ರು ಒಂದೊಂದು ಕಂಪನಿನೇ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಿಲ್ಲ, ವೇರ್ ದೇ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಸಮ್ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್, ಕಂಪನಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ 4-5 ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಒಂದ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಹೌ ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಡೂ ಕೊಲಾಬರೇಟಿವ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ. University may encourage collective participation in internship in different departments of an organization. The student can do. ಒಂದೇ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 5 ಜನ ಬೇಡ, ಒಂದ್ ಕಂಪನಿಯಲ್ಲಿ 5 ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಡೂ ಇನ್ 4-5 ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್. So somebody can go to purchase, somebody can go to stores, another can go to marketing department, another can go for manufacturing, one can go for accounts department, like that.
Okay.
Another can go for HR department. Okay. So that is about other general guidelines. Idella helaithe logbook. Another point is internship may be pursued either on paid or voluntary basis. Okay. So some companies pay for the intern, pay some minimal amount to the intern. That is also fine. Or voluntary free type of internship also they can do. Again depends. Paid andre avaru part time job tara kodistaralva. So that would be even better for the student because he is on the one hand being paid and secondly he is learning the job. Thirdly, he has 90% chances of being taken as a permanent employee if he proves his mettle.
What about online and offline, ma'am? There are certain companies.
Online it is allowed, but Swayam portal alli ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದು we did a research on that, but 30 hours ಗೆ ಯಾವುದು ಇಲ್ಲ. 6 hours 8 hours programs ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ online internships. But when you say 30 days, then they are asking student to pay 1,750, 2,000 rupees payment alli online programs ಇದೆ. But online internship is not encouraged in here. You have to do offline only.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
There it is offline. Okay. And I'm sorry, I slightly got confused with the first year certificate program. Adu Swayam portal, the internship galla. Okay. All right. So the next slide.
Only offline internships are required, ma'am?
Only offline internships.
Yes, ma'am. Right. Yes.
Okay. Now coming to the contents of the internship report. This is essential for the students.
Yes, ma'am.
They can take a pic of this or they can write down the chapters. So first chapter will be generally the field which you have chosen. Suppose they have chosen finance, then they can give a brief introduction about the finance sector as such. Okay, general industry behavior, domestic India dalli hegide, internationally hegide. If it is HR, they can talk about HR practices domestically, HR, international HR, how exactly. The general introduction to the sector as such, first chapter. Then second chapter, they can go for the organization which they have chosen to do internship in. So only brief profile of the organization under study, they'll have to give full detail. The company ಅವ್ರು ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, brochure ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, full details of the company ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ. So ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. What the organization, what products they do or what services they render, how many departments they have, what is the structure, what is the vision and mission. Okay, all these he or she has to conduct the study and write in the first chapter.
Yes, ma'am.
I have made this research report into 5 chapters when actually the university suggests only 4. So if you want only 4, and 2 and 3 can be combined. Chapter 3, profile of the organization on kade hakbittu, what activities or programs they conduct, what products they use, what is the product division, what is the process of manufacture. All these can be highlighted in the third chapter. But then both of them are profile only. Sorry, both of them are profile of the organization only. And you can make second chapter and third chapter as one itself. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೀವಿ. Okay. If they can segregate and show 2 chapters, that's well and good. You get more pages. The 4th chapter will be what the student, the skills acquired by the student or what activities he has done during a logbook al baruttalla. A brief account of all the activities he has done. What are the skills he has acquired, observations that he has made. All these will come in the 4th chapter.
Right.
Student to the related. This is what I did. This is what I learned. This is what I observed. These are the challenges that the company is facing which has not been attended to. Whatever, anything that student has observed, learned, acquired, all these can be highlighted in chapter 4. The last chapter will be learning outcomes. So I have included the outcome in the 4th chapter itself. Activities matra, what activities he has done which is going to be highlighted in logbook, let it come in 4th chapter. 5th chapter should be his learning outcome. This is where he has to highlight what all he has learned, what is the outcome of his internship program. Yeah. So whether he learned some skills or whether he learned the job thoroughly, he's fit for the permanent job that he wants to take up, anything. And any suggestions any problems that he has identified, for which suggestions have been given by the student, any learnings, observations, all these will come in 5th chapter. And finally, a small concluding paragraph summarizing the whole internship that he has done. So this is how the chapter scheme has to be divided. Now coming to the annexure. Annexure ಗೆ page numbers ಇರಲ್ಲ, but ನೀವು overall ಆಗಿ ಲೆಕ್ಕ ಹಾಕೋಬಹುದು. Activity logbook can be attached as an annexure.
Right, ma'am.
Instead of having a separate book called logbook, you can attach the logbook heading a separate ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡ್ಬೋದು, logbook ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು annexure 1. The annexure 2 can be any other figures or tables or something that is going to be an add-on for your report. For example, mainly in the area of production and operations and finance and accounting, lot of figures and tables accompany the current balance sheet, which you have analyzed. Published or unpublished report ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ, that also can be annexed as annexure 2, 3, 4 and things like that.
Very fine. Yes.
ಅಷ್ಟು ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ ಕಂಪನಿ, ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಸಂತೋಷ, ಅದನ್ನು annexes ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕ್ಬೋದು.
ಅವ್ರೇನಾದ್ರೂ
ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ.
ವೆಬ್ಸೈಟ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರು ನಡೆಯುತ್ತಾ?
ನಡೆಯುತ್ತೆ.
Right, ma'am.
ನಡೆಯುತ್ತೆ. ಬಿಬ್ಲಿಯೋಗ್ರಫಿ ಹಾಕ್ಬೋದು.
Okay, ma'am.
Bibliography, books you have referred. For the introduction particularly, ನೀವು bibliography ಹಾಕ್ಬೋದು. ಬರ್ಬೇಕು, ಅದನ್ನ ನಾನು ಸೇರಿಸಲಿಲ್ಲ. So you please add bibliography if a student has refer to any books. For example, HRM ಅಲ್ಲಿ you can refer to magazines, books and websites to get information on the current scenario ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಅದು ಕಂಪನಿ ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಗೆ ಕಂಪನೀಸ್ ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಏನ್ ಬರೆದ್ರು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬಿಬ್ಲಿಯೋಗ್ರಫಿ ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ?
Yes, ma'am. Correct.
ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಅಂದಾಗ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ಮೇ ನಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದಟ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್. ಸೊ ಅವಾಗ ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಗೂಗಲ್ ಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಬುಕ್ಸ್ ರೆಫರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಮ್ಯಾಗಝೀನ್ಸ್ ಓದ್ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ 1 ಗೆ ಯು ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ bibliography that has to be mentioned before the annexure itself. You can do, or at the end of the report. Bibliography amele annexures.
Okay, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
that is the flow of chapters. So this is totally all about the internship that you have I am supposed to be giving. If you go to the next page, okay, I forgot to mention this. The printed internship shall be 25 to 30 pages or up to 50 pages, including figures and tables and annexures.
Okay.
25 to 30 is very, very, very small. I mean, very limited. If the student is doing a very sincere job, 25 to 30 may not be sufficient. Now, university at 25 ಹೇಳಿದೀವಿ, ಆದ್ರೆ better they go a little more, no problem. Up to 50 they can go, because if they're going to add annexures, tables and figures, it might take 2 more pages.
Right, ma'am. Yes.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಮಾಡದೇನೆ ಸುಮ್ನೆ ಪಿಕ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ಗೆನೆ 10 ಪೇಜ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ 4 ಗೆ 1 ಪೇಜ್, ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ 3 and 4 ಗೆ 4 and 5 ಗೆ 2 ಪೇಜ್, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಪ್ರೊಫೈಲ್ ಗೆ 20 ಪೇಜ್ ಹಿಂಗ್ ಹಾಕಿ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. So the division of the, maybe chapter 1 can take about 5. I think I put it somewhere. Let me see. Chapter scheme, the number of pages ಹಾಕಿದೆ. That can put the
5 pages, ma'am.
ಒಂದ್ ನಿಮಿಷ, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕಿದೀನಿ, ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ನೋಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಒಂದೇ ಸತಿ, just give me a minute.
Okay, ma'am.
ಹಾಕಿಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತಾ? ಹಾಕಿದೀನಿ, ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿದೀನಿ, ಅದ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay, now coming to the next slide. These are all formats now. ಇದುವರೆಗೂ what all we should do ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೀನಿ. Now we go for the formats.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. ಇದು first application for internship should be given by the college at the time of applying for internship. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಇಷ್ಟು ಡೀಟೇಲ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಫಿಲ್ ಅಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Name of the supervisor, email ID, name of the institution, present, okay, address to be contacted in case of emergency, along with phone number. So signature of the student ide, college also should sign, and this is the form that the student should submit to the company.
Okay, ma'am. Yes.
idene format ide as per the university given itself.
Right, ma'am.
Format ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ ಇವಾಗ 10 companies approach ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಒಂದು ಕಂಪನಿಯಲ್ಲಿ internship ಸಿಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 10 companies ಗೆ 10 copies ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So that is it. Next format ನೋಡಿ.
Next format, Chetan.
This is how exactly you should prepare the report. So A4 size paper, margin left 1.5 and 3 and the other 3 sides 1 centimeter. Uniformity ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಎಲ್ಲ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ.
Okay.
And preferably executive bond sheet, but let us not rigidly tell the student to use executive bond. Any
Correct.
bond paper should do, or any paper should do. Then soft binding or as required. ಕೆಲವು ಕಾಲೇಜಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ಬೈಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಗಿದೆಯೋ ಹಂಗೆ
Hard binding, ma'am.
ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ಬೈಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ. Then 2 copies is mandatory, one for the college and one for the student.
Right, ma'am. Yes.
Then the font preferably is Times New Roman. Again, not insisting on that, but preferable, that's all.
Okay, ma'am.
Font size for the text can be 12. It's a regular thing that is followed by all. Titles and subheadings, yes, main title 16, subheadings 14 irbodu. Content text will be 12. 1.5 line spacing for regular text matter. 1.15 ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ 1.5 ತುಂಬಾ ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ದಂಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. So that they can slightly change. Then color photographs may be used wherever necessary. Other activity ಗೆಲ್ಲ ತೋರಿಸಲೇಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ. That is one kind of a proof.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And no decorations in the project. Only common borders if needed.
Right, ma'am. Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
So
ma'am.
that is how you can follow. Now coming to the order of the report. ಯಾವ ಪೇಜ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಫ್ರಂಟ್ ಪೇಜಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಪೇಜ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಇದೇ ಒಂದು 10-12 ಪೇಜ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ,
Yes.
ಪೇಜ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕವರ್ ಪೇಜ್ ಟೈಟಲ್. ಓಕೆ, ಟೈಟಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ತಪ್ಪು ಮಾಡೋದು ಕೆಲವು ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ಇಫ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ದೇರ್. ರೈಟ್ ಟೈಟಲ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಶಿಪ್ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ ಅಂದಾಗ ಯಾವ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ರಿಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸಸ್ ಅಟ್ ಡ್ಯಾಶ್ 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 ಸೋ ಅಂಡ್ ಸೋ ಕಂಪನಿ ಆರ್ ಸೋ ಅಂಡ್ ಸೋ ಎಂಟರ್ಪ್ರೈಸಸ್ ಇದು ಬರ್ಬೇಕು. ಈ ಮಕ್ಳು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಶಿಪ್ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ ABC ಕಂಪನಿ ಅಂತಾರೆ.
Okay.
ಕಂಪನಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಶಿಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಕಂಪನಿಯಲ್ಲೇ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಶಿಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ದೇ ಡೂ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಶಿಪ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಕಂಪನಿ, ದೇ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಡೂ ಆನ್ ದ ಕಂಪನಿ, ರೈಟ್? ದೇ ಡೂ ಆನ್ ಅ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಇನ್ ದ organization. So internship should be the internship report on HR practices or financial derivatives ಬಗ್ಗೆ, no, anything they can do at so and so company ಅನ್ನೋದು ಬರ್ಬೇಕು, right title.
Right, ma'am. Yes.
Okay, then second page will be the evaluation report. Third page will be certificate from the company. This is compulsory. Then next will be principal certificate saying this so and so student is a bona fide student of our college and blah blah. Adu ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ format. Then next will be guide. Teacher ಯಾರು ಗೈಡ್ ಸೂಪರ್ವೈಸರ್ ಇದಾರೋ ಅವರು ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಟ್ ಬರಬೇಕು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿಕ್ಲರೇಷನ್ ಬೈ ದ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್. Declare that yes, this is my original work and there is no plagiarism and all that.
Right, ma'am.
Finally acknowledgement ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, thank you to God, thank you to parents, thank you to principal, thank you to Hema madam, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ. So acknowledgements. Then
Yes.
next will be the list of contents. List of contents ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ executive summary is an option because full project ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. So executive summary is an option. Then comes the body of the report. Chapter wise ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ, 5 chapters.
Correct, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. Then comes bibliography. Then the annexures. Okay.
Yes.
Now you see the formats. First internship ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ, internship report cover page ಅಂತ. Cover page ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ, ಇದೇ cover page. Next ಚೇತನ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾ? This is the cover page. What order I showed in the previous slide,
Yes, ma'am.
ಅದೇ order ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈ formats ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ready made. ಇದನ್ನ ನಾನು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ನಿಮಗೆ ವರ್ಡ್ ಫೈಲ್ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ.
Okay, ma'am. Yes,
You
ma'am.
can just circulate among the students. They can just copy the same thing, fill up their details.
Right, ma'am. Right. Yes,
So,
ma'am.
internship report on so and so. Title ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ, HR practices, specific topic, conducted at, then name of the company.
Right. Yes, ma'am.
Submitted to BCU. Logo of BCU ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. In partial fulfillment for the award of BCom degree.
Logo of BCU is required. Yes, ma'am.
Required ಇಲ್ಲ, just ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
Appreciated.
By name of the student, register number, student and 6th semester ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕು. ಅದು student of 6th semester BCom BBA ಅನ್ನೋದು ಬರ್ಬೇಕು.
Okay.
ಅದೊಂದು ಮಿಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಈ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಅದನ್ನ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕಳಿಸ್ತೀನಿ.
Okay.
ಅಂಡರ್ ದ ಗೈಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಹೂಎವರ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್, ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಟ್, ಅಸಿಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್. ಇದರಲ್ಲೂ ಕಾಪಿ ಪೇಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಮ್ಮ.
Okay, ma'am.
Suppose you have guided and the student has borrowed from let us say Balaji.
Yes.
So they will tell Balaji would have put his name there.
Correct, ma'am.
But the student will copy and paste it in your internship report, saying under the guidance of Balaji, when actually Hemlata has guided the student. ಈ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್.
Right. Yes. Correct.
Then ನಿಮ್ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಲೋಗೋ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ with address and all that you can put.
ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಲೋಗೋ ಕೆಳಗಡೆನೆ ಇರ್ಬೇಕಾ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್? ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಪ್ರಿಫರಬಲ್
ಮೇಲೇನು ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಏನ್ ತೊಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಮೇಲೆ ಫುಲ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಶೇಷಾದ್ರಿಪುರಂ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು then you push internship report, center it, make it bold.
Right ma'am, yes. Yes ma'am.
That should also be okay. Adunu ನಾನು change ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ.
Okay ma'am, fine.
The next second page evaluation report ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ, ಇದು evaluator ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Name of the student, register number, signature, date ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ರೈಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೇಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸೂಪರ್ವೈಸರ್, ಗೈಡ್, that guide signature, date. ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನರ್ ಕೂಡ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್.
Okay, yes ma'am. Okay. Yes ma'am, yes.
Then next is
right, Chetan.
Next is certificate by the company.
Okay ma'am.
With the logo, like our letterhead alle ಕೊಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, name of the organization, in the letterhead only it should be certificate.
Okay, so instead of this ಅದಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ, so but this should be the content ಅಂತ. Okay ma'am.
ಇದನ್ನ ರಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಏನ್ ತೊಂದ್ರೆ, ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಇಷ್ಟಿರ್ಬೇಕು.
Okay ma'am.
So then ಕೆಳಗಡೆ for name of the organization, signature with seal, authorized signatory has to sign.
And one more thing ma'am, to bring it to your notice, ನಾನು internships ಎಲ್ಲ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ some companies they don't entertain this kind of certificate because they will be already having a kind of certificate.
That is okay, they can present that certificate.
Centralized certificate ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ.
ಅದನ್ನೇ ಕೊಡ್ಲಿ, ಏನ್ ತೊಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ.
In that register number, all those will not be there, only a student from so and so college. To this date ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತೆ.
ಇಲ್ಲೂ ನಾ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಹಾಕಿಲ್ವೇ, ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ 6th semester BCom of so and so.
ಅದು ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್, ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ BCom ಅಂತಾನೂ ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಶೇಷಾದ್ರಿಪುರಂ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಇಟ್ಟಿರುತ್ತೆ ಆ ತರ.
ಸಾಕು.
Even that is acceptable, no ma'am?
Yeah.
Yes ma'am, yes. Thank you.
Next is college certificate.
Yes ma'am. Yes ma'am.
Okay, ಅದು ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ. Next will be supervisor certificate. ಅದೇ bona fide work carried out by the student ಅಂತ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು.
Okay ma'am.
Okay, next comes declaration by the student.
Right ma'am. Okay.
Okay, next comes acknowledgements. ಅದೇ thank you, ಯಾರ್ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು thank you.
Next
will be the list of contents.
Next slide, Chetan. Next slide.
Okay, ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, introduction 3 to 4 pages, profile of the organization 10 pages, functions and operations ಅದು 10 ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದು ಅಲ್ಲೇ 10 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು 3-5 pages ಇದ್ರು ಸಾಕು.
Okay,
yes. Then activity skill learned 6 to 7 pages, learning outcomes, suggestions and conclusions around 4 pages, bibliography 1 or 2, NHS depending how many your log book ಅಂದ್ರೆ 4 pages ಬರುತ್ತೆ, daily activities ಅವ್ರು detail ಆಗಿ ಕೊಡೋ ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ, any other given by the company.
Yes
okay.
Ma'am. Yes ma'am, yes.
Then that is next question. So I'll take up the questions now that your students have asked. Brief agenda, I think.
Yes
the
ma'am.
first question they've asked, how to find an internship. One second.
Okay ma'am.
Yeah. So how to find an internship and what will be the application process be like ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So first type, how exactly you can go ahead is, one application will be given by the college. I showed you the format.
Yes ma'am.
But student effort should be by networking. Networking, getting in touch with people, their seniors and others, or attend career fairs, industry events, or log into social media, LinkedIn and others. So where they get information on where exactly internships are happening or who's giving those details, or make a list of companies in the field and approach them through the placement support. Or they can go for LinkedIn and LinkedIn and hudukbodu key personnel of a company and ask them for referrals. Or they can search on job boards and company websites alli irutte internships allowed anta hakirtare. Alumni na contact ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. Professionals in the field, you can take their for reference. Okay, then only internships are usually given. Just like that ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ. So ಯಾರ್ದಾದ್ರೂ reference ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋದ್ರೆ internship ಗೆ allow ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಕೆಲವು companies ಅಲ್ಲಿ. And again, large MNCs, there's a big problem because they want the students to work for 3 months, not 1 month. So ಅದು ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇದೆ. So referral ಇದ್ರೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ.
Yes ma'am.
And covering letter should be prepared by the student depending on where he wants to apply for internship. Depending on which company, covering letter and the whatever that he wants to learn or skills that he already possesses, he can highlight in his resume and he can present it. Okay. So that is the first question they've asked. So a lot of networking is required. Friends help ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಒಂಥರ networking ಏನೆ.
ಹೌದು ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
Then coming to another question, what advice would you give to someone starting their first internship andre? First you need to be adaptable. What are the types of jobs we don't know. What is the role they're going to give you? We don't know whether it is an observational role or really you're going to work on the job as a part-time intern, or whether you're just going to do some observation, or they're going to give kind of key processes will be handled by the employee, but non-core processes may be given to you all. So adaptability is the first trait you have to develop. Yav job kottu I am ready to take it. Nanige idu ishta illa adu ishta illa nanu ee company hogalla, timing sarigilla adella helakke agalla, and the speed with which they are working might be different than your speed. So adaptability to different tasks and responsibilities will make him a better intern.
Right.
And keeping an open mind and eagerness to learn is main thing. And another main point is they should give away their ego. Usually namginta students ge hechagi ego irutte. Their employees will show their ego.
Right.
So and they might tell ishtu gottilva yen become ottidya idella dialogue kodode common agi. So ಹಾಗಾಗಿ that ego we should forget, and the students should not get demotivated. They should be able to handle. So allige ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ego alla marthogbittu they should still be motivated, because ultimately I want the 100 marks ಅನ್ನೋದು ಇರಬೇಕು ತಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ.
Correct ma'am.
Internship. So internship, and with the willingness to learn, with the willingness to become a future employee, they should learn. Anyway, ಬೇರೆ questions ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. The next question is, what are the benefits of unpaid and paid internships? And are they worth considering? It already, I think, student asked me a question that are they worth considering? Already a student ಕೇಳಾಯ್ತು.
One thing, ma'am, sorry to interrupt you. Ma'am, so some organizations, some institutions are there. ಅವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, they'll give a call for the students saying that you pay us 3,500, we will give you internship training. Okay, we will make sure that you will be getting a certificate. They will make them to work under some dummy project. Some work, and they'll make some kind of work. They will make it done from the students, and students will think like, okay, yes, we are undergoing internship, we are going like that, and then once they complete, and that too, this is online internship they provide, and at the end of 1 month they will give one certificate, and that is a kind of certificate. It is being mentioned as internship training, or else they might also change saying that yes, it is internship. And the students will pay for the company. That will be around 2,500, 3,000. That is the amount students are paying. But these cases have come in front of me many a times, ma'am. So whenever we bring out some companies from college, at that time these institutions, they'll come from the backside and they'll give a call for the students saying that, saying these information, and students will give me a call saying that, ma'am, is this worth? So students are thinking that even this is called as paid internship. So students are paying and taking the internship. This is worth? Can we take it away? So I have said this is not at all an internship. Company should come forward and you should meet company, ask for the work. If they pay, that is called as paid internship. So what when they are approaching that you have to pay, that is not at all a internship. It is just purely based on training. So I feel this is a fake internship what they are providing. So avoid such kind of things. This is what I have mentioned, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because ultimately, have you asked the students whether they've learned anything?
No, ma'am. Yes, some a part of giving so much of knowledge, maximum 3 to 4 students, they have already fallen into such kind of prey, and they came to say that, ma'am, no, we haven't learned anything. But yes, ma'am, we have paid. Yes, my certificate is worth. Even they don't want to give up the ego, they have said that, yes, ma'am, my certificate is worth. That is what they are saying. So I told, okay, fine. I don't want to convey any bad intention, because they have already paid, and their parents, they say that, ma'am, they have used Sheshadripuram College, and they have used some lecturer's name, and they have come inside saying that, ma'am, please, we will let us. Please accept our certificate. They were seeking kind of emotionally they were very in down to earth, saying that ma'am, please accept our certificate, my child certificate. We have paid 3,000, 5,000 for this. So we say no, it is not a worth. But no, because of the parents' concern, finally we were in the position that we have to accept it. So some institutions, they are playing back end this kind of games with the students, ma'am. So even this information should be given as an awareness for the students that this is not an internship.
Yes.
That
That's what we told. No, online beda. They have to do offline.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, fine. Yes.
Online ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಾನೆ.
ಬಟ್ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಸರ್ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್, ಆಫ್ಲೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಹೋಗಿ ಒಂದ್ ಪಕ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಕಂಪನಿಗಳು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ನಮ್ಗೆ 5,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬನ್ನಿ, ನಾವು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ, ನೀವು ನಮ್ ಕಂಪನಿಯಲ್ಲೇ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಆ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮೇಲೆ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಬಟ್ ದಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಟು ದ ಕಂಪನಿ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಅ ಡಮ್ಮಿ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಇಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ವರ್ತ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಹೌ ಕಮ್ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್? ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಪನಿ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ, ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್, ಬಟ್ ದಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಟು ದ ಕಂಪನಿ. This type of system is running behind practical programs iruttala ma'am. Practical programs like BCA ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಪಾಪ ಆತರ ಒಂದು ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಬೀಳ್ತಾ ಇದಾರೆ. They don't have any other go. Many companies, they don't entertain undergraduate students. They will not provide any company details for them. ಅವ್ರ ಇದು ಆನ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ BCA ಅಂಡರ್ ಗ್ರಾಜುಯೇಟ್ಸ್ ನ ಅವ್ರು ಸೇರಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಅವ್ರ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಹಾಳಾಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಬಟ್ ಪಾಪ ಈ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ನಮ್ಗ್ ಕೊಡಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ, ವಾಟ್ ದೇ ಡೂ ಇಸ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟೆಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಶಿಪ್ ಇಂಟು ಅ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್. ಆ ಕಂಪನಿ ಅವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಬನ್ನಿ ನೀವು ಬನ್ನಿ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ, ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಒನ್ ಡಮ್ಮಿ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್. They will make students to work on that, and they will ask from students itself, you pay us 2,000 or 5,000 like that, we will give you internship certificate at the end of the day, and even you can use our name. We will provide you whatever the requirements is there. So ee taradon naditide, and students are asking, yes, is it fine, can we go for that anta ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ.
Is it fine? And if they can afford to pay that 5,000 and go for it, then who are we to say no?
Right.
But then again, if they become prey to all these dummy projects, it will be a waste, Allah.
Correct, ma'am. Yes.
So that is something they have to look out for.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
So
Yes.
if students are willing to pay and go for internship, again ಮಾಡ್ಲೇಬೇಕು, 100 marks ಬರ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದಾಗ, by hook or crook they want to do ಅಂದಾಗ, sometimes it becomes a paid. But what we mean by paid internship is where the intern is being paid.
Correct, ma'am. Company should pay.
Yeah.
Right, ma'am. So online is avoided. Completely avoided. Offline, they have to work and they have to do
Yes.
Correct, ma'am. Yes.
Another question was, what are the common challenges they'll face during internship? And there are quite a lot of challenges. Again, at first it's a learning curve for them, right? So they're trying to learn something out of the internship, and the confidence level tumba kadme irutte beginning alli. The confidence level will be, because the hands-on knowledge may be limited. The classroom ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲ್ತಿರೋದು ಒಂದಷ್ಟೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಬ್ ಹೋದಾಗ, ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಶಿಪ್ ಹೋದಾಗ್ಲೂ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ. ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್ ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ರು, 5 ವರ್ಷ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಟ್ಯಾಲಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದ ಲಿಮಿಟೆಡ್ ನಾಲೆಜ್ ಮೇ ಗಿವ್ ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್. ಬಟ್ ದೆನ್ ದ ವಿಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ನೆಸ್ ಟು ಲರ್ನ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ದೇರ್.
Right, ma'am.
ವಿಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ನೆಸ್ ಟು ಲರ್ನ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಚಾಲೆಂಜ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ತಗೋಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಟಾಸ್ಕ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಚಾಲೆಂಜ್. ನಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಹೊಸ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟೀಚ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಚಾಲೆಂಜ್ ತಾನೆ. How to learn, how to teach, all these as challenges. So even for them it is a challenge, but they have to look at it as an opportunity for growth.
Right, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. And if in the process of learning, they have to be proactive. Sir, I don't understand this. Can you explain? I have done this, sir. Is it fine? Take the feedback from the trainer or manager, or even the colleagues with whom they work, or the senior people who are there. They can take feedback so that they can improvise. Illela ego bitbidಬೇಕು, ನನಗೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತು, ನಾನು ಯಾರನ್ನು ಕೇಳಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋದೆಲ್ಲ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು, they have to just go on learning, being inquisitive, learn whatever they can, get feedback and try to improve. Because that will provide valuable insights for them to improve on whatever they. So confidence will automatically build up. Then when you come to technical aspects, the problem will be the adapting to company specific application. Company ಹಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಅಂದಾಗ ಅದೇ ತರ ಇವರು ಮಾಡಕ್ ಬರಬೇಕು. The computer usage agli, any technicalities, the student will have challenge. The main challenge over there. Because most of the job that do sometimes information is proprietary information ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ ಕಂಪ್ನಿ.
ಹೌದು ಮ್ಯಾಮ್, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್.
ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಡಮ್ಮಿ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್, ಆಕ್ಚುಯಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಅದನ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ಸೇಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ
ಅದನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ,
ಅದು ಆ ರಿಸ್ಕ್ ಇದೆ BCA ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇವಾಗ ಯಾರನ್ನ ನಂಬಕ್ಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಆಕ್ಚುಯಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ, ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಶಿಪ್ ಬೇಕು, ಡಮ್ಮಿನೇ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. You work on this kind of a project and let's see what is the solution you bring in. So who knows, today's dummy might become tomorrow's success story also alva.
Very true ma'am,
so dummy anta ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಬೇಡ, ನನಗೆ how to create a program, develop a program ಅಂತ ಕಲ್ತಿದೀನಿ ಅನ್ನೋ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ.
Right ma'am.
Yeah, so that is technical aspects adu. So challenge lies in getting hands-on experience and fitting into the company's workflow. On the job, off the job antivalla. On the job while employees are working, where will you fit in?
Correct.
Students get fit agode kashta agutte. So fitting into the company's workflow will be difficult. That's another big challenges. So they have to start observing the work, what people do, and observe and work, learn it. Very quick ಆಗಿ ಅದ್ ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಹಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದಾರ, ನಾನು ನಾಳೆಯಿಂದ ಅದನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. So that is how, once somebody teaches you copy paste, the next time you should automatically start doing copy paste. ಇಲ್ಲ ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಸರ್ ಕಾಪಿ, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಸರ್ ಪೇಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಇರಿಟೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡ್ಬೋದು. So these are some of the challenges they face. Next question is truly valuable or not? A student has asked me the question already. I have answered it.
Yes ma'am.
Are you gaining both technical and soft skills that will benefit you in the long term? Definitely yes. Some of the companies ಇವಾಗ ಡಮ್ಮಿ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲದೆ ರಿಯಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂರ್ಸಿದ್ರೆ they can also take you on as a long term full time employer in the future. So and if not, also the soft skills and technical skills that you learn will help you in getting jobs or industry connection at least. ನಮ್ ಕಂಪ್ನಿಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಂಪ್ನಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಅಂತ ರೆಫರಲ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸ್. Definitely it is benefiting in the long term. Again, the question basic is whether you are going to do what type of quality work you're going to do. ಅದು ಇದೆ.
Yes ma'am.
ಅಲ್ವಾ? So which internship field benefits students most? ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಾಮರ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಂದ how many subjects the students have learned. ಒಂದೊಂದು ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಫೀಲ್ಡ್. ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿ, ಫೈನಾನ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿ, ಡೇಟಾ ಅನಾಲಿಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿ, CM ಆಗ್ಲಿ, HRM ಆಗ್ಲಿ, ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟಿಂಗ್, ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್, so many subjects they have learned. Everything is a field. So anywhere it is beneficial. Of course, of late finance is being highlighted a lot, but everything is having its own benefits.
Okay.
How do you prepare internship report? I've already given the
yes ma'am.
guideline. Again, another question was what are the basic guidelines for preparing? That also I've given.
Yes ma'am.
How important is the internship report? Yes, 100 marks, 3 credits. So you analyze how important it is.
Yes ma'am.
Okay, next question. What traits do successful interns typically possess? Nice question this is. Successful intern ಅಂದ್ರೆ first you have to have this curiosity. ಕಲಿಯಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಯೂರಿಯಾಸಿಟಿ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು, ಇನ್ಕ್ವಿಸಿಟಿವ್ನೆಸ್. ಇದು ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಸರ್ ಹಿಂಗಿದೆ, ರಿಸೆಪ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು ಐಟಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಆಂಗಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು ಅದನ್ನು ಕೇಳ್ಬೇಕು. ವೈ ಸರ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ಯಾಸೇಜ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಕೆಪ್ಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳೋಷ್ಟು ಇನ್ಕ್ವಿಸಿಟಿವ್ನೆಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. If files are maintained in a different way than what you have seen, you can ask, why are the files maintained like this? This is called inquisitiveness, so you want to know everything that is happening in the office. Then another trait for a successful intern is commitment to learn. They want to learn whatever they are willing to teach.
Yes ma'am. Okay.
And it's not just to learn. Sometimes ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಾ ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ some of the students, if they use their common sense and their own thinking power and observational capabilities, they will be able to contribute to the organization in their own small way. ಇದು ಹಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಲ್ಲ, ಹಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಸಜೆಷನ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಕೊಟ್ಟು companies have benefited. So the need or willingness to contribute, ಏನೋ 30 ದಿವಸ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗೋಣ ಅಂತಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ನಡೆಯಲ್ಲ. If they are willing to contribute, then that is the angle with which they should think. Then another main trait they must have is discipline. Coming on time, going on time, completion. ಇದು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮುಗಿಸಿರ್ಬೇಕು. And obedience ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬಾಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನಾವು ಕೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಶುಡ್ ಲಿಸನ್ ಅಂತಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಡನ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ವೇ. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಥಿಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ವೇ. ಹಂಗೂನು ಸಜೆಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಒಬಿಡಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಂತೇನಿಲ್ಲ. So these are some of the common traits. Then what is the next question? Which domain should commerce students choose for internship to upskill with their present scenario? Okay, present scenario is analytics ma.
Okay ma'am.
Now BCom BDA introduce ಮಾಡಿರೋದು. BCom business data analytics. Okay, so data handling, trend analysis, all marketing analysis, HR analytics, financial analytics. ಇಷ್ಟು ಇದೆ. Analytics is the boom, is in the boom now. Digital marketing, I am sure all of them are aware, that is another. Okay, social media or content development, content strategies, idella ide. Then accounting, auditing, forever it is the green area.
Yes ma'am.
Financial software development, regulations, idella. Then supply chain is another main booming alla, it's already boomed 20 years ago. E-commerce and supply chain, there's a lot happening in that area. Online businesses and logistics. Then company valuations is another. These are all very booming areas where students can focus. Business valuation techniques, financial modeling. These are some of the areas where they can upskill themselves.
Ma'am, one student had come. He said that, ma'am, I am a Swiggy delivery partner. I mean delivery boy. Can I get one certificate from that area?
100%.
Okay.
100%. ದಿನ ಅದು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದಾರಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನೇ ಡೈಲಿ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ, ಡೈಲಿ ಚಾಲೆಂಜಸ್, ಡೈಲಿ ಆಪರೇಷನ್ಸ್, ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಯಾಲರೀಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಎನಿ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಡ್ಯಾಮೇಜ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ, ರಿಟರ್ನ್ಸ್ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಈ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಅನ್ನೇ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ಬೋದು.
ರೈಟ್.
US ಲಾಜಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಇವಾಗ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಡೆಲಿವರಿ, ಅದು ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಟೈಮಿಂಗ್ ಹೇಗೆ, ಅದು IT ಹೆಂಗೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, so how exactly the channel of communication passes using internet or the software that they are using. ಇವಾಗ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ ಬಾಪ ಅಂತಾರೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಹೋಗಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ತಗೊಳಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಸಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಪ್ಯಾಕೆಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಡ್ಯಾಮೇಜ್ಡ್, ಅವಾಗ ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ ಬಿಹೇವಿಯರ್ ಹೇಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಬೈ ದ ಡೆಲಿವರಿ ಬಾಯ್ ಹೆಂಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಬಾಸ್ ಹೆಂಗ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. So many things interesting are there in that.
Right ma'am. Only thing is we have to enrich
on record. ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
Yes.
The next question, what are the typical working hours and flexibility like for interns? It depends on the company, no? It varies from company to company. What type of industry, what is the profile of the job that is given to you? It could be long hours or it could be short hours, depending on the role that they have given to you, alva?
Yes ma'am.
So whether they are giving you offline or online, remote working, ಮನೆಯಿಂದಾನೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಬನ್ನಿ ಅಂತಾರೆ, ಒಂದ್ ಕೆಲಸ ಇವತ್ತು ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು please do this project or something, do this at home and bring it ಅಂತಾರೆ. So all that will depend how exactly the working hours. Then what specific communications are valuable for an intern? Obviously written and oral. ಅದು ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿ ಇಲ್ವಲ್ಲ. Key communication skills is both written and oral communication. Written ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ರೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಬರೀ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Then ಡೇಟಾ ಶೀಟ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅದು ಸಮ್ಮರೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಒಂದು ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಡೇಟಾ ಅದನ್ನ ಸಮ್ಮರಿ ಮಾಡಿ, ಇವಾಗ ಸ್ಟಾಟಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಕಲ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡು ಆವರೇಜ್ ಮಾಡೋದಾಗ್ಲಿ, ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಡಿವಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋದಾಗ್ಲಿ, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ಸಮ್ಮರೈಸಿಂಗ್ ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ ಮಾಡೋದಾಗ್ಲಿ, ಅದರಿಂದ ಒಂದು ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಮಾಡೋದಾಗ್ಲಿ. ಓಕೆ. ದೆನ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಶನ್, ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಮೇಲ್ ಕಳಿಸ್ಬೇಕು, ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ಏನೋ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಕೇ ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ.
ಮ್ಯಾಮ್, ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸಮ್ ಕಂಪನೀಸ್, ಇದು ಈ ಬೆಲ್, BHEL ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಾನು ನಮ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದಾರೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡೋರು, ಅವ್ರೇನಾದ್ರು ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಬಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್ ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ದೇ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅಲೌಡ್ ಫಾರ್ 1 or 2 hours. ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ 7 hours 6 hours ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಸ್ಟೇ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಅವಾಗ್ಲೇ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ 1 ತಿಂಗಳು ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಶಿಪ್ ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅವರು ಈಗ ನಮ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದ ಹಾಗೇನೆ, ಇಫ್ ದೇ ಗೋ, ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಅರೌಂಡ್ 10-15 days ಮುಗ್ದೋಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ದಟ್ ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಶುರು ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಅವರು ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೊಟ್ಟೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹತ್ರ ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ದಿವಸ ಹೊಟ್ಟೋಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಹೊಟ್ಟೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅಟೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಇನ್ ಕೆಲವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಈ ಬ್ಯಾಚ್ ಬಂದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಚ್ ಅವ್ರು ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಂಡು. ಸೊ ಅವರು ಎಂಟೈರ್ 1 month ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೊಟ್ಟೋಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ 15, ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ ಬ್ಯಾಚ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಬ್ಯಾಚ್ಗೆ ಎಂಟೈರ್ 1 month ಅಟೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಗಾನ್. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರು ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಅಪ್ರೋಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ, how to provide them attendance ಏನ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು ಮ್ಯಾಮ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಅದರ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್, ಅಟೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೈಡ್ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಇದು ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅದ್ರದ್ದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನಮ್ಗೆ
ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಗೈಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಟು ದ ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ ಕಾಲೇಜಸ್. CA ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ 1 month ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಬರೆಯಕ್ಕಾಗ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಿಪರೇಷನ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇವಾಂಟ್ ಅಡ್ಮಿಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದಾಗ CA ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಸಮ್ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೊಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ. ಆತರ ಇವಾಗ ಯಾವ್ದೋ ಒಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಶಿಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಬಟ್ ದಟ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಫುಲ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಂದಾಗ, ಇಫ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಇಸ್ ರೆಡಿ ಟು ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ ವಿತ್ ದಿಸ್ ಅಕಾಡೆಮಿಕ್ ಆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್, ಸ್ಟಡೀಸ್ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿ, ಆ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕಲಿಯೋದಾಗ್ಲಿ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಎಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಟೀಚರ್ ಹತ್ರ ಬಂದು ಕಲಿಯೋದಾಗ್ಲಿ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಹತ್ರ ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಇದ್ದವ್ರಿಗೆ ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು. ಇಲ್ಲ ಸುಮ್ನೆ ಆಸ್ ಸಚ್ ಬಂಕ್ ಕೊಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಊರ್ ಸುತ್ಕೊಂಡಿರೋ ಮಕ್ಳಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಇದನ್ನ ಕೊಡಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದೇ ಯೂಸ್ ದಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ರೀಸನ್ ಟು ಬಂಕ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಫಾರ್ 1 month.
So with relevant documents we can provide.
Yes, if they are doing a sincere job, I mean, I'm not giving you all permission. It's left to the college principal and others.
Right, ma'am.
They want to give permission to the student to miss classes for 1 month. ಬಟ್ ಆದ್ರೂ 2 hours, ಇವಾಗ ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ 7:30 ತಾನೆ ನಿಮ್ದು ಕಾಲೇಜು, 2 hours ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಫುಲ್ ಡೇ ಹೋಗ್ರಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ನೋ ಆಫೀಸ್ ಓಪನ್ಸ್ at 7:30, so 7:30 to 9:30 ನಿಮ್ 2 hours ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು from 10 let them go as a full time intern. So 2 hours ಗೆ ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಂಗ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.
Right, yes ma'am.
ಆ ತರ ನೀವು ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. That is left to the individual discretion of the colleges.
Right ma'am. Yes. Thank you ma'am, thank you.
Okay.
Hope I think all the questions are been answered ಅಲ್ಲ ma'am?
ಏನೋ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನೋಡಿ. How should interns approach receiving implementing feedback? Obviously they should have an open mind to receive any criticism by the boss, because they are the boss in the company. Then what qualities help in intern in handling conflicts? I've already told you that, conflicts and disagreements.
Yes ma'am.
Obviously they should have some kind of an empathy. They should be able to listen. They should ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ, ಈಗೋನ ಅವಾಯ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು 1 ತಿಂಗಳಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು.
Right, yes ma'am.
So ಅಷ್ಟೇ. What qualities have the most long-term impact on interns' career development? This is a nice question. Long-term impact andre first they have to develop resilience. Then they have to have work ethics. Adi yavade profession, intern antala, any job anybody takes, they should have a work ethics. Then basic values idde idyalla, honesty, discipline, commitment, sense of belonging is another main quality they should develop. Idu ನನ್ನ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್, ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನೋ ಅದೇ ತರ ಆಸ್ ಅನ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಐ ಶುಡ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಇರ್ಬೇಕು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾಗ. Time management is another question. Obviously prioritization is the first thing when they have to manage their time. ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Then I have asked how to manage stress. ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ಬಂದೇ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. 1 ತಿಂಗಳಿಗೆ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಅಂಡ್ ಕೆಲವು ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಪ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಅಯ್ಯೋ, ಇದು ಈ ಕಾಲೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಕಂಪ್ನಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಹೆಂಗ್ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡೋದು, ನನ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ವಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅದು ಆ ಪ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಆಂಗ್ಸೈಟಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅವಾಗ ದೇ ಶುಡ್ ಸೀಕ್ ಗೈಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜರ್ ಆರ್ persons in charge there. Tell them, sir, I'm new to this, I don't know anything, please teach me. And, I'm going to need all your guidance and support and ಹೇಳಿ. And lot of communication they should do, interact with the boss
ma'am.
regularly. And they should not offend the bosses. They should not act like bosses.
Ma'am, one more thing ma'am. First year or second year they would have done their internship. Okay, can they write the report in the 3rd year, or else is it compulsory that they have to do internship in ಈ ಒಂದು ವೆಕೇಶನ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡಿ ಆ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾತ್ರನೇ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಿದ್ಯಾ?
ಈಗ ಅದು ಆ ಟೀಚರೇ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಯು ನೋ that a student, some Chetan or Sahana or Sumana or Reshma, somebody has done in the 2nd year itself. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ವೆಕೇಶನ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ.
ಹೌದು.
ಆ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್, ಆ ಟ್ರಸ್ಟ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಆ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಅಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿಸಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
Right ma'am. Yes.
Any other question?
No ma'am, no more questions, because all the questions, whatever the doubts I had in mind with related to the students queries, ಇದು ಒಂದು ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ತುಂಬಾ ಕ್ವೈರೀಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. As of my knowledge I was explaining all those, but still ನನಗೆ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಒಬ್ಬ ರೈಟ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ನನಗೆ ಇದರ ಆನ್ಸರ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ತುಂಬಾ ಯೋಚನೆ ಇತ್ತು ಮ್ಯಾಮ್. So you are the concerned person, help me out in all this kind of problems. Clear session. So much ma'am.
Okay, thank you also for this opportunity. I hope it was useful to the students.
Yes ma'am, it's not for opportunity for you ma'am, it is an opportunity here actually.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yes, thank you very much ma'am. Sahana, over to you dear.
Yes ma'am. Thank you ma'am. We are truly grateful for your expertise and valuable time with us. So it was an insightful session where we got to learn about guidelines, evaluation criteria, contents, and much more. And this orientation has not only provided us with essential knowledge and skills, but has also instilled in us a sense of confidence and excitement for the challenges that lie ahead. We are now better equipped to face the demands of our internships and contribute meaningfully to our respective projects. As we now come to the end of the program, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Bhavani H. Ma'am for gracing the program with their expertise and engaging presentations. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Sana. Thank you all. Thank you, Hema madam.
ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಹೇಮ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಬೇಡ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಹೇಮ ಸರ್.
Sorry, Hema. Okay. ನನಗೆ ಒಂದು ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಓಕೆ ಐ ಟೆಲ್ ಯು ಲೇಟರ್ ಓವರ್ ದ ಕಾಲ್.
Yes, I'll do that.
Okay.
I would also like to extend my thanks to Emalata KJ ma'am for their meticulous planning and tireless efforts in making this orientation program a memorable experience. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Sana. Yeah.
I would like to extend my thanks to Balaji Mohan sir in his absence for his unwavering support. Thank you, sir. I would like to thank Ravi Kumar sir for joining us today. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Sana.
I would also like to thank Reshma ma'am for joining us today. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Sahana.
I would also like to extend my heartfelt thanks to all the fellow interns for their active participation. I once again thank everyone for making this program a resounding success. Thank you, everyone.